Hello and welcome to today's video on ghosting and leaving texts on read. In the world of digital communication, these two concepts can be confusing and frustrating. In this video, we'll break down the differences between ghosting and leaving texts on read, explore the reasons behind these behaviors, and discuss how to navigate these situations. Ghosting refers to the act of suddenly, and without explanation, ceasing all communication with someone. This can include stopping responses to texts, calls, or emails, avoiding social media interactions, or disappearing from online gaming or chat platforms. Ghosting is often seen as a form of emotional avoidance or a way to end a relationship without confrontation. Examples of ghosting: you're chatting with someone on a dating app, and suddenly they stop responding. You're friends with someone on social media, and they block or unfollow you without explanation. You're playing online games with someone, and they suddenly stop showing up or responding to messages. What is leaving texts on read? Leaving texts on read, also known as reading and ignoring, refers to the act of reading someone's text message, but intentionally not responding. This can be a deliberate choice to ignore the message, a sign of busyness or distraction, or a way to avoid confrontation or awkward conversations. Examples of leaving texts on read: you send a text to a friend, and they read it but don't respond for hours or days. You're chatting with someone on a messaging app, and they suddenly stop responding to your messages. You send a message to a colleague or acquaintance, and they don't respond or acknowledge it. Key differences: intent. Ghosting is often a deliberate attempt to cut off communication, while leaving texts on read might be a temporary avoidance or oversight. Scope. Ghosting typically involves a complete cessation of communication, whereas leaving texts on read is limited to a specific conversation or message. Duration. Ghosting can persist indefinitely, while leaving texts on read might be a short-term phenomenon. Why do people ghost or leave texts on read? Fear of confrontation or awkward conversations, emotional avoidance or overwhelm, lack of interest or commitment, busyness or distraction, different communication styles or expectations. How to navigate ghosting and leaving texts on read. Communicate openly and honestly about your expectations and boundaries. Don't take it personally or assume the worst. Give the person space and time to respond or reconnect. Consider reaching out to clarify or resolve the issue. Prioritize your own emotional well-being and take care of yourself.